figured out my tripod. So let's take a look here, see if we can do this now. Maybe not. The table's in the way now. Okay. Yes, that's better. Better than what I had earlier. And where's my pen? So where on the page can you see? Here. Just trying to figure out where we are on the page. How about right there? Yeah, that's better. I call this Feathers in Space. And I also refer to it as letting go, because you can see the part of the feathers all right here that are connected to the central stem of the feather here. And once I work on them, you'll see that they start to let go. They're no longer on a stem here. So they start out to be on the stem, and then they gracefully let go and start floating off into space. So okay, I think you can see that on the camera as I am drawing. And because I'm on my phone, I cannot see the chat. So I'm sorry about that. I just learned how to do lives, so I'm not sure how I'm supposed to track the live chat, whether I use my PC at the same time, but I was worried about feedback, but I guess there won't be feedback because the PC won't be picking up any sound from the audience. it's not interactive like that. So I'm just working along here, and on the other side, these ones will need to let go. So it's a process of letting go. So I start down here and I redo the little part of the leaf like that. Oh, sorry, I was off the camera. And I just recreate it. And with the leftover space around it, I create stars in space, outer space. So these are little stars, and as I work along, you'll see that the stem of the feather ends up disappearing. And the little pieces of feather end up letting go from the main stem and get to fly away into outer space and be free. So, now is a good time to be thinking about what you need to let go, what you don't need to carry anymore. It's a full moon today, and perfect time for letting go. So this is a good little art piece to work on, to think about what I need to let go. And what I need to let go of at this moment. I'm going through a rough patch in my life right now, but I see the light. I'm in the light again. I'm no longer in the deep, dark shadows of the ugliness that I was in. And I am working on, shedding that anger, sadness. Yeah. Lord knows I've shed a many tear in the last 3 years. And I did a lot of doodling during the last 3 years as well. It really grounded me, really gave me joy because, you know, after hours and hours of doodling and pondering while I'm doodling, I was left with beautiful works of art. I gifted most of them away. I still have some. And I'll be working on them. Like I said, I'm so new at this. I got to figure out how to track who's on the live chat and how would I be able to see what's happening on the live chat, because I'm just live on my phone right now and I can't see the live chat. So I'm sorry to everyone who might be commenting. I can't see your comments. And hopefully after I'm finished here, I'll be able to go back and see the live comments. I don't know though. We'll have to find out if that is possible. I'm going to try and lift this up. There, how is that? Okay. All right. So where am I going to start with this one? This whole. And then over here. That. I'm not sure how sensitive my mic is, and I can't gauge whether or not you can hear my voice over the fish tank. Fish tank is very loud. Excuse me. Yeah, so these are feathers in space, and I don't know, maybe I should call them cosmic feathers. I don't know. We'll see. Cosmic feathers. Feathers in space. I love Kermit the Frog. For some reason, this is reminding me of the Muppets. Maybe because the Muppets usually have a lot of feathers on them. And Kermit the Frog is my favorite. Ever since I can remember, I loved Kermit the Frog. I loved real frogs. And I kind of had an epiphany when I was in a grief workshop. I realized that one of my spirit animals that kept me alive in my mother's womb was a frog. My mother lost or was losing her placental waters a week before I was born. And I believe that the frog spirit kept me alive. Right now I'm using fine point Sharpies. Yeah, these come in a package with all different colors. And so far they haven't been running or smudging. The yellow and black once in a while will smudge a little bit around the edges, but not too bad. I drew the outline of the feathers with a green Sharpie. So when I'm completely finished, I should not be able to see any green. If I see green, I know that I'm not done. And I just bought a new pair of bifocals, but the magnifying part isn't strong enough, so I can't use those new glasses that cost me $1,000. So I make my own bifocals by using two pairs of glasses. I know it's not the best, but it works. It really does magnify. Oh my gosh, I could see um, the chat. Wow. Alex Gaudette. Um, hello. Yes, I did draw that. I have witnesses. Actually, I started it when I was taking a training, supporting well-being training course the last week in October. And um, how I started was I would make a squiggle, and then from that squiggle I would then draw these little teardrops onto them. And once that was done, then I would go into designing each teardrop and detaching them from the stem of the feather. So I call them feathers in space, but I'm thinking maybe cosmic feathers. I don't know. I'll see. Yeah, welcome, Alex. I'm glad you can hear me because I know my fish tank is very loud. A museum should hire me. I used to work in a museum for about 3 years in Yellowknife, Northwest Territories. And I love museology. I just soaked up all the information. I worked with the collections, and at the time we were moving about 75,000 numbered artifacts from the main storage into temporary storage because they were renovating the main storage area. And I was pregnant with my oldest daughter at the time. That was back in '94. And I helped move all those artifacts. I did the inventory. There's some really neat stories I can tell you about that. Oh yeah, here we go again. I can't see, so I'm gonna throw on another pair of glasses. There's someone else in the chat, and I don't know how to pronounce their name, CNTSKAS, and they are saying you niche, NIISH. I don't know what the niche is. Do you mean Anishinaabe? I'm Métis from the Northwest Territories, South Slave Métis. My mother's lineage is Chippewan or Denesuklene, and her father's her father is half Nahanni Valley Slavey and half English, because my mother's father's father, so my mother's grandfather is from Bristol, England, and he came here for the gold rush and met a Nahanni Valley Slavey woman, and they had my grandfather, my mom's father. And my mom's mother is Chippewan, and her lineage is the Bolio. So my great-great-great-grandfather was the first Métis man in the Northwest Territories, Francois Bolio II. And he had a mother who was Chippewan and Cree, and his father, pure French. you know, right from France. Um, so we have a lot of blood in our veins, mixed blood, but we identify as Métis. Um, uh, I'm indigenous to these lands here. My people have been here, you know, for over 10,000 years, they say, who knows. And my father is actually right from Germany. He moved here when he was 19, fell in love with my mom, and voila. So, yes, I am native. And you're saying you're from Walpole Res. I don't know where Walpole Res is. Is that Canadian or US, or where is that from? I'd like to welcome everyone to my live. This is very new to me, so, oh, Ontario, Canada. Nice. I, I used to work for Wood Buffalo National Park for 12 years here, and they would send me out east quite a bit. So, yeah, it was nice to check out the east and not have to pay for it. I'm kind of thinking, you know, maybe I should go work for them again and travel around Canada, because they really sent me all over the place. And I would love to do that again. Yeah. Anyway, you guys came to see art, so I better focus the camera back on the art. But again, while I'm doing this, I can't see the chat, so I just thought I'd take a couple of minutes to see what everyone is saying. Hello, Kendall and Madison. Nice to see you. And I will focus the camera back on the art for you guys here. Oh boy, how did I do that now? Okay. Where was I drawing? Right there. All right, so as I was saying before, these are feathers in space. I might call it cosmic feathers. And I began, you know, drawing the feather and putting these teardrops on the feather. And then, as an act of letting go of what I no longer need to carry, I transform them into something like this and release them from the main stem of the feather. So as I'm doodling, I'm thinking about what I no longer need to carry, what I would like to let go of, and what I want to release. And yeah, it just makes me feel healthier mentally, physically. I know I carry a lot of emotion in my body, and this actually really helps to release some of that. And I think about gratitude forgiveness, let go of the guilt, the shame. The guilt and shame are killers, and I don't want to hold that. I want to let it go. I want to, love myself as much as I can love myself. And I want to forgive, anyone who has come into my life to cause me any pain and grief. And wish them well, send love their way, and wish them well on their journey in this crazy rodeo that we play a part in every day. Yeah. So I just want to focus on love and kindness and let go. Let go of those things that I no longer need to carry around, that drag me down, that hurt my body and my mind. Just want to be healthy, want to be balanced, grounded. I want to be able to forgive. I want to let go of anger and sadness and become the powerful person that I know I can be and should be every day. Sometimes it's hard to be the person you know you can be. But I find when I'm doing my art and my doodling, I'm so focused that my mind cannot go down the rabbit hole and tell me horrible things about myself. And keep me in the present moment, keep me in the light, keep me in connection with you guys, connecting with everyone in love and faith, hope and charity. And I hope you're not getting dizzy as I turn my page around. I know I can get motion sick pretty easy. When I first started playing Minecraft, I think it was actually last Christmas, my daughter turned me on to Minecraft. And wow, I have built a lot of stuff on her server. She allows me to go in to her world that she built, and since 2013 she's been building there. And I'm so grateful that she allowed me to go in and be a part of her world and be able to just freely build. She was, teaching me how to do stuff, and I was, at first I was kind of scared, like, I was like, well, what am I allowed to do? And she's like, anything. Just don't wreck the stuff other people built in the world. So I was like, deal. So I have built blocks and blocks and blocks of roads all over the place. I have Argyle Road, And I was telling my youngest daughter, you know, I have Argyle Road, and I took her out there on horseback and showed her Argyle Road, and she's like, oh yeah. And I said, and I'm thinking about doing Lover's Lane. And she is like, oh yeah, so you're gonna put a whole bunch of hearts on it? And I looked at her and I was like, yeah, how did you know? And she's like, well, look at Argyle Road. Argyle Road is Argyle, right? And so yeah, I have built Lover's Lane with hearts on it. And you know, none of these roads are finished and will ever be finished. They just keep going on and on and on. And I also am building the yellow brick road. Oh, I love it. I just love mining and building, and I built this big giant Kermit the Frog with water coming out of his mouth, and you can climb up on the frog and jump down the water slide thing, and oh my god, I just have a blast. I have turtles there and tropical fish. I just love my little virtual world there. Back in, let's see, 97, 98, 99, I was a member of Worlds Away, and that was a virtual chat, and it was almost like Minecraft, and you could build your apartment, but you would use everyday things to build, like a ketchup bottle or, you know, stuff like that. It wasn't blocks, it was items. And whoa, sorry, my tripod needs a counterweight here. Yeah, so use glass, you know, a water glass or a hat or whatever kind of item that you can collect, and you would build your apartment with it. And I really enjoyed that. Excuse me. I don't think Worlds Away exists anymore, but I think, oh, excuse me. I think you can see videos of it on YouTube. I'm still looking for a counterweight for this tripod. This kind of wants to fall down. What can I use? I don't know. Maybe, oh no, it's, yeah, if I swivel this, that might help. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see. What are you guys saying here? Madison. Oh, everybody's just saying hello. All right. Here we go again. Let's see here. How's that? Can you see there? Oh. Okay, I think I got it in the right spot. Someone was asking or saying that I should work in a museum, and I was going to tell a story about the museum, and I forgot. So here's the story. During the move, I was moving, helping to move all the artifacts from one storage to another because they were renovating the main storage area. Part of my job was for inventory was to find items that were lost. So if the computer said that this item should be on such and such a shelf and it wasn't, it was up to me to track it down. So I would look into the history of when, the last person used it. Sometimes artifacts would be found in traveling displays out in a warehouse somewhere and stuff like that. So it was like detective work. And my coworker and I could not find this big, large piece. It was actually a headstone carved out of wood from the Franklin expedition ship. I guess they got stuck in the ice and they were dying of scurvy. And as people were dying, they would cut off big chunks of lumber from the ship and carve in the date and their name as a headstone. And the archaeologists went up there and removed this headstone, made a replica, and put the replica back where they found the original, and they put the original into the museum. So anyway, it was supposed to be on a shelf. It wasn't there. This thing is like, 200 pounds or more. It's huge. It's like over a meter by a meter. And how could a headstone just, not be in the spot it's supposed to be? So we're, wondering what happened to it. And in the museum, the storage were like big banks. You would, roll the banks all closed together and then roll them open to the area that you need to get into. And within the bank, when we were talking about where it could be and, thinking of strategies of how to find it, we could hear within the closed, rolled up banks, 3 knocks on the metal, like. And we looked at each other. We were just freaked out. Our hair was standing up. And it was lunch, or not lunch, it was break time. So we're like, let's go for break and we'll come back. So we did that. We took off. We came back after break, went to the bank, rolled it open to where we thought we heard the knocking. And there it was. It was where we heard the knock. So, long story short, if you're an archaeologist, don't disturb grave sites. because it's not nice. Spirit world is there, and we need to be respectful. Yeah. So it's the full moon. We had a full moon circle last night, and had a sacred fire, and I must have burned about a year's worth of hair. Oh my God. And I had another salt bath this morning. I think that was my third salt bath this week, just because I'm holding so much grief right now. And I attended a funeral, and everything just came rushing back. So I just kept having another salt bath after another salt bath, trying to get the negative energy off of me. And it works. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I had a real bad sore back just from carrying emotions. And the salt bath, smudging, all that really helped. And my back's not sore anymore. Oh yes, and we were drumming and singing, and wow. After the drumming and singing, I just feel like I'm floating on air. How's it going, everybody? Oh, no one's here. It's only me. I guess I bored everybody to death. Sorry about that. It's my day off, and I'm just chilling, but I'm thinking that I should go for lunch with my mom, get out of the house, get some exercise, maybe walk around the block. Maybe I'll take you guys for a walk around the block or something like that. But for now, I think I'll end the live. It's been 56 minutes already, so. And I just want to thank everyone for participating in the chat. That was really nice to talk with you guys, and so thankful that you spent some time with me, and I know how much, you know, that means to people. You can never get time back. So I am very grateful, and hope to see you guys on my next live, whenever that might be. Take care. I hope your hearts are filled with love and light, and see you again.